organized sports structure is the biggest obstacle is the lack of understanding by other practitioners on what we do. They don't know what to do with us. Okay? And I mentioned to a few of you that I think part of it is a profession problem. Our profession is not standardized. Okay? One student that went to one school, even in the same state, even in the same city, okay, you'll see vast differences on education. Okay? We have the national guidelines, so to speak, but it really doesn't do enough. And so that's a whole other issue that I could spend hours and hours and hours on. All right? So in the meantime, what do? How do we educate those people in what we do so they will utilize our skills? Okay? So that's kind of one of my goals in my position and some other things is to try to get that awareness to those people so they understand what we do, so then they'll seek us out or not be afraid of us, or they'll understand how to utilize our skills. So we have to be an educator, okay? As you can see, I just got on my soapbox. I'll get off of it now. So healthcare professionals that work in sports, so in the sports medicine arena, they're used to dealing, they know what an athletic trainer knows because there's a standardized education. They know what a PT knows. They know what a physician or a chiropractor or healthcare practitioners that have a more clear set of skills that are recognizable across the profession. We have a clear set of skills, but you know, this person showed me how to do it this way versus that way. You know, this was 500 hours, I have 1,500 hours. I'm from Canada and have 2,500 hours. You know, there's a broad range, okay? So, we have to be diligent, and you always have to project a competent, credible, and professional image. So some of the statements, and you know, make sure that when you're making a claim, it's an appropriate claim to make and you have something to back it up. Okay? So timing is everything. Look to schedule if you want to make contact with somebody. Do a little bit of research and make sure they're not in the middle of the championship playoffs in the NFL if you want to work for the Patriots or whoever. Don't call them and say, hey, can I have an interview? You know, they're in the middle of the playoffs. So you want to make sure that your off season is probably a good time to do it. The person to contact, depending on your setting, most likely is going to be an athletic trainer. Okay? And I can tell you I have a unique perspective because I work in professional sports, but I also hire the therapists that work in professional sports. So I look for this stuff. Okay? So I'm speaking from someone who does hiring what I want to see. Never do this, ever. It doesn't matter what the job is, sports, non-sports. Address it to a person, okay? If you don't know who the person is, find out who the person is before you send the letter, okay? When I interviewed for my current position, I researched all of the people that were involved. I knew where they went to school, what they did, any awards that they had won, as much information as I could get about what they did and who they were and the organization as a whole. So when I was interviewed, I asked them questions about what they did and, you know, oh, I saw you were the trainer of the year and da-da-da-da. So the more research you do, the better. First of all, you're going to find out if you want to work there. And second of all, it's going to make a huge impression. Okay. Discuss what your intentions briefly are. Don't try to interview them over the phone on the first call. And get ready to be rejected a lot. Okay? Because they don't know what we do. So, ask permission. The easiest way is to, you know, what are my intentions? Can I send you something that will explain a little bit more? Okay? You'd like a face-to-face? You know, you can even go so far as to set up a trial massage. I wouldn't do that over the phone. Say, hey, I'll give you a free massage. You know, wait till they look at your information and say once you've had a chance to look at it, if you feel comfortable or, you know, you'd like a session to see what my skill sets are, those types of things. But don't make it look like you're desperate and if I give you a massage, you'll hire me.